Hey, it's LT Bands and Clubs of the Triangle, ncbandsandclubs.com. I'm with Julia Golden. Thank you, Julia. I think I've just made a marketing decision. I think our new website, NC Bands and Clubs, is trying to get so much more activity, needs to continue to grow. We might drop this on the website and
Love
just
that.
watch 1,000 views come in really quick. So we're going to look forward to that. But Julia is back with us, meaning that she's one of my favorites. And one of my favorites just to touch base every once in a while, learning a lot through her social media and her big presence. But just to touch back and say, hey, good to see you again, and appreciate the updates that you may give us. Hold on, Julia, I'm getting talking about updates. Honey, PBJ or deli ham? Why don't we do the deli ham for me on Tuesday and the PBJ tomorrow, Monday? So, all right. So, gr grapes are fine, but get some chocolate in there. Get some chocolate in there. All right. So, trying to lay out the lunches for this week. So, but thanks for coming back to us. And I'm thinking about we might just get into it. How you doing?
I've been good. Been keeping busy, but having fun, and it's
Okay, I
been
think
great.
I think you've just enjoyed recently or a win for our Carolina Panthers. Is that
Yes,
correct? And
yes.
that is a little hard to come by, so we'll take it.
Bye.
We'll take it, Julia. But we can have a celebration around NFL and football. But much better when they're winning. Much better when they're winning.
Mhm.
But I thought we might start here, just you busy schedules, splitting time here and there, talking North Carolina, I think talking Tennessee and all over. But what about an overview or a sampling of just where you've been in the last 2 weeks? We could be asking you any time in your schedule, but why don't we do that? Or do you recall? How about this? All we do for local music, we get to Monday at work or just socially, and people say, what did y'all do over the weekend? And it just becomes a bit, I'm sorry, it shouldn't, but it becomes a big blur. We're doing a lot just like you, but we're not performing, but we're just promoting. But it becomes a blur, and I have to think about it a few seconds and say, Get back to me on that. I know it was good, and let me talk, and I can talk about it, but I've got to refresh my memory. So we saw over the weekend recently, Tom Petty tribute band and
Oh,
a Rolling Stones tribute band, and we're lucky enough to be friends or knew some of them in both bands, and that was great. That was at downtown Raleigh Poorhouse, and so there's a little sampling from recently for us. But where have you been recently?
we've been as all over the place as usual. I was in Nashville a couple of weeks ago doing some performing and writing some songs. I got back into the studio to release some more original music, which is always so exciting. Nashville is one of my favorite places on earth, but it's of course always the best to come back home to North Carolina. We've been performing all over. We tried out a bunch of new venues recently. We started with Static Line Brewing and Fratelli's and a bunch of really, really cool spaces out more towards Raleigh, which is really, really awesome. And getting more involved in the triangle there. And yeah, we've just been all over the place playing as many shows as possible. October has been or September and October are two of our busiest months this year, but that's always a blessing and busy with great things.
Yes, yes, and that rotation is common, but this coming up week or two, do you get back, or are you here for a while, or you get back to Nashville, or do you recall?
Yes, sir. We are back in Nashville the week after next, which is so exciting.
Okay, okay. And I think you've gotten better or sharing some space or what you're doing in Nashville. So trying to make that transition as easy as possible as you. And I
Absolutely.
think it's some family travels here and there, but I hope that's going well. And I think y'all are working towards that goal or trying to work it out, trying to work it out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's been wonderful. Nashville is a very large town, but it's got some incredible people in it. And I always learn a lot whenever I go, which is the most important.
Okay. Why don't we start off with a game of favorites, Julia? Why don't we go ahead and go there? I knew you were going to be the preparation. You talk about the enormous stuff in the past and what's coming up, but so I'm just here to enlighten the space with a little humor or a little game. So and maybe we did once or twice in this, and all right, let me see. Why don't we go to? And I hope this is not a repeat. But I don't think so. I don't. We didn't do these. All we didn't do all these favorites. But favorite ice cream.
Ooh, favorite ice cream? I think Rocky Road.
Rocky Road. All right. What is that? Mud Tracks. I don't know
Ooh,
who is what
another great.
brand is doing it, but lots of brands. But that's in our freezer, and we really enjoyed that one.
That's
But
a good one.
I understand Rocky Road. Um, Talk to me about Nashville, North Carolina family, but you. But let's talk about barbecue. Favorite style of barbecue, or what you would order, or I'm claiming,
Ooh.
yeah, you. And what style? We talk about North Carolina, Eastern, Western, and then maybe you'll be reminding us in Nashville. But yeah, talk about barbecue for a second.
I am a huge barbecue fan. I actually had barbecue today. I am actually a really big fan. I'm a North Carolina girl, North Carolina pride, but I am a very big fan of that kind of sweeter, smokier Memphis, Tennessee barbecue. That kind of I love the vinegary barbecue that we have down here, but I mean, over in Tennessee, they really know how to do it, I gotta say.
Good. Is there and when you're near that area, a favorite place? Do you remember something by name or
There's a place called Martin's Barbecue in Nashville that is consistently fantastic. They kill it every time.
all right. And I hope there's the sides, one of them is mac and cheese, but yes.
Absolutely.
So, well, here behind that one, but favorite Nashville food or treat, and maybe you've mentioned the barbecue, but can you reference a special treat in Nashville, or how would you answer that?
I think my favorite place in Nashville is Prince's Hot Chicken. They are everywhere, all over Nashville, and they are just incredible. Nashville style chicken is truly one of the world's delicacies that I think everyone needs to experience. It's just so good. No matter what spice level you like, they know how to do it there.
Enjoying following you and our friendship through the years, and I don't know. You started so young, so it's hard. And I just again something I can't remember. But okay, is she 16? Is she is she 18? Is she? I can't remember. Julia, have you are you've gotten to 18 that
Yes,
milestone.
sir. 19.
You're 19, 19.
19.
Okay,
Yes, sir. I turned
okay.
19 this summer.
All right, 19. So we've gone here and you've been entertained by questions like this for sure. But guys, long hair or short hair?
I think it depends on the person, but long.
Depends on the person, but long. But you might sway long uh, until we meet and find out how nice they are. But that's the
Yes,
short
sir.
hair, but
Yes, sir.
long hair. All right, understand that. Um, teach us Teach us some favorite brands that you might be enjoy or shopping for.
Ooh, I love this question. Fashion and beauty and all of those things are something that I absolutely love and that I love incorporating into my music. My Julia Golden signature style is something I've worked really hard on. And I think that I always fall back to Wrangler. They always make the best products, bags, jeans, outfits, everything. It's just always tried and true, always perfect.
Wrangler. One more.
Whew. When it comes to shoes and everything else, Ariat always has my back. I'm a big Ariat boot gal.
Okay. Okay. And it makes me think of a story I've heard. In fact, I think we sat by her or we met her at one of your shows, and that's your friend and just became a big fan. She travels, I think, to see you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she got right in the fashion realm, maybe with you, or just trying to help young Julia Golden. And she might have took you shopping. She might enjoy shopping too. But who are we talking about? I can't. What's her name? Certainly a little bit older than me, I think. But a lady we saw.
Audrey,
Uh,
potentially.
Probably, and
I love
maybe
Audrey.
we talked about boots. Maybe she certainly loved boots or whatever. But I think
Yes.
one of your biggest fans, I think, and does travel. I think here and there. I can't remember where she resides or lives, but yes, I remember Andrea. Right, right.
Audrey, yes, sir. She's
Audrey.
wonderful. She's
Yeah,
been a part of
yeah.
our journey since the very beginning and has done everything to support us. And she is a fashion girly too. She loves it.
Yeah,
We
loves
always
it.
have something to talk about.
Yeah, and she loves you and loves the family, certainly. Hey, Christmas holidays are coming up. October is coming up, but we'll get there in the library for this. But Christmas holidays, talk to us about what we you'd be asking us to hope that we are listening to recently, in the past, and what's coming up musically for you, in the future. And I'm thinking you can talk about something around Christmas and the holidays that we always look forward to.
Absolutely. I've got so much music and so many exciting things happening. It's hard to put a finger on one thing because truly this time of year is always so busy for us with the best things. We've hopefully got some new music coming out by the end of the year. And then we've also got a bunch of shows happening all over. I try to do holiday themed shows as we get closer to December. But just a lot of exciting things. Some things that I can talk about, some things that I can't yet. But expect new music and lots of performances.
All right, and you're teasing us there. I think certainly true. You're you're saying it again, but yeah, you've got some things in the works and more things that we're going to be hearing. I think good news about you and your journey. So I think you'd be saying yes to that. But there are some Christmas themed dates, reference to Raleigh or Christmas, and of course you'll make some holiday tunes part of your show.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Always try to incorporate the holiday spirit. I love the holidays as just that's one of my favorite things is the spirit of Christmas, Halloween. I love all of that. So I try to be very festive and make it fun for everybody.
Mm, good, good, and you do good job. Hey, NC bands and clubs around the state of North Carolina. Four of us, Eastern Triangle, Triad, Charlotte, but always striving to do a better job, and it is a labor of love. The social media.
Ooh.
But I'm wondering, as you're involved in many of those platforms or all of them, but what's working for you, or working most, or where you're working hardest, or maybe some frustrations, or it's just, it's not the easiest part of the pie or the puzzle. To me, I guess it's my nature of what I'm doing and the social media and promoting local music, promoting regional music. I find it fun at times, but what's working for you?
Absolutely. Social media is its own beast. I've always said it's so hard for artists this day and age because we're expected to use all of our creative juices to create art and perform and be musicians. And then we also have to be creatives online as well, which is twice the challenge. So I'm very blessed that I have a wonderful team that is my parents that help me run my social media platforms. They are so fantastic. And a lot of people are like, I see you everywhere. And it's because there pretty much is three of me. My parents help me do everything. And so that's something that I've been very blessed with. But we've found a lot of success through Facebook. Facebook is not one that a lot of people talk about because it's not as relevant as a social media with the younger generations I've found. But social media is, or Facebook specifically, is such a fantastic way to connect specifically with businesses, with groups and communities like Bands and Clubs of the Triangle. It is such a wonderful way to connect on a larger scale. Whereas I feel like Instagram, X, TikTok, those can be a little more niche and you're trying to reach a specific audience. And so Facebook is so wonderful because there's kind of a space for everything. TikTok is always a challenge. I feel like a lot of people kind of relate to that. The TikTok algorithm wants you to just create content all the time. And when you're so busy traveling around and doing a million things, it's hard to put out videos that often. But it is definitely hard work. But like you said, a labor of love. And it is 100% worth it. So we've had a lot of success in Facebook, a little bit of struggle in TikTok, but hard work all the way around.
Yes, yes, yes. How many you gain and how many followers? Do you recall how many followers you have on Facebook as an example, or you reference?
I believe that we recently just hit the 20,000 mark on
Well,
Facebook, which is such a blessing and so
super,
fantastic.
super,
And we're
super.
kind of working towards that on all the other platforms as well.
Yes, yes, yes. Um, so I notice you on all the social media or where I am. Great, right? Great. But I'm trying to do a better job with TikTok for bands and clubs. and I think it's bands and clubs of the triangle backslash LT, which means it's getting a little bit of me too versus just, but scrolling or just adding stuff, reposting. I'm into that, sharing,
Yes.
reposting, and seeing you pop up, Julia, and some other local artists. And always love to share, but I see you're there a lot. So good job to mom and dad
Thanks.
and you, mom and dad and you. And I guess the description, I see it again behind you, but I guess you've taken over a loft or the bonus room, or, I think you've got nice accommodations there, the family. But I guess that's the loft. Oftentimes you're singing, or what are you doing? I guess you're singing or to a song, yes. But I see the loft, the ceiling, the loft. I think, and I'm thinking she has got the bonus room, or she's got the loft, and doing a great job with it. Lots of, I guess, musical posters, personality
Yes.
in the background. But is that true? Is that what I'm seeing? And that seems to be
So
that's a
I
TikTok studio. That's a TikTok studio.
so this is my bedroom. This is where I live. And it is actually not like I always people are like, you live in the attic. I actually don't. I just live in a weird house. Our house, the front part of our house, I just live in the part where the ceilings are high. So I just have weird ceilings. I am the kind of person where I have a million interests. You can see behind me, I've got Spider-Man, Top Gun, all kinds of musical posters up there, a million things going on. I've got so many different interests. And so my walls are just covered with posters and trinkets of all of the things that I love the most. And so just picture my brain exploded onto the walls. That's what it would look like. I get a lot of compliments or comments on my room because there is so much going on. And it does kind of make it a good TikTok studio because there's always something to talk about.
Yes, yes, yes. Now, well, you're so much younger, but okay, that's because look, my office is quite, the place, music and so forth and so on, as it should be. But I don't know. I see all the posters and everything, and I think, well, we'll come and revisit when you're 35 years old and see if you still. But do you have ADD at all?
I do.
I know you're focused, but do you have EDD? See, we're creative people. So
Yes.
this is how. I mean, Tracy TL won't let me, but this is how our bedroom should look. It still should have the posters and everything
Yes.
else, and all that. So, creating energy and a good vibe. But a little bit of ADD. Are you in my club?
Yes, sir. I have ADHD. It is a superpower and a curse. It is both.
Yes, yes. All right. Timing of this, we've got the timing of this video is yeah, the state fair is coming, North Carolina State Fair, and I'm thinking, I know you're busy. Have you been before through the years, certainly? And there's a big music lineup, and I haven't glued my eyes. And you're okay, who's local or who's regional? Who do I know? And I should even do better with that. I don't know that I recall, but one day you go. If you're not, you go. Have you been there before, NC State Fair? Or are you enjoying the rides, the food, or hoping to go?
I have been as a guest, not yet as a performer. I have some really incredible friends that have been performing on the lineups, and I think that are performing on the lineups this year. With our busy schedule, it is always so hard to get out there, but the state fair is one of my favorite things ever, and I love getting to go when I can. So we're going to try to make it out there to enjoy all of the wonderful things that the North Carolina State Fair has to offer, and also to support some really incredible musicians that I can't wait to see. So hopefully we'll make it out this year, but you never know with the way that things work out.
Yeah. Uncle Jesse's, lots of other venues here and there. You are, and had it on calendar. Our calendar gets packed, but it could have been a month ago. But the full band, I think, was at Uncle Jesse,
Yes.
not just guesting in or second or third. But yeah, some conflict on our. We enjoy Uncle Jesse's when we get there. We enjoy
Wonderful.
it,
The
long
best.
and narrow, and it gets packed. But great crowd. I'm sure that was fun,
So
Uncle
much fun.
Jesse. So I'd like to be there again when you're there in the band. But I was thinking today, always thinking, but sports and social, it's part of a chain, nationwide or regionally. And up top, they have they call that Ava, the rooftop, and the second floor is the country theme.
Mm.
So I just got there in my head, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm sure she probably knows of sports and social, but I don't think you've been there. But I'm like, why can't we have Julia Golden up on the rooftop? Then I was like, no, that's stupid. Let's have her in the country, the second floor. So I was wondering about that, why we haven't worked that out, why haven't
You
I made
should.
that happen, why I haven't made that happen. But you're aware of sports and social, and there's probably could be one in Nashville or so forth. But and I hear it's one if you get in that relationship or get in that door, you may have the opportunity for multiple venues. But
Love that.
it's probably on your list. Maybe y'all are working it, but you've heard of Sports and Social. Have you been to the one in Cary? Is it Cary?
I have never been actually. I've heard of it in passing. There are so many incredible venues here and so many amazing places that we want to play that it can be so hard to keep track of all the different moving parts. But that is definitely one that we will check out. And I didn't know that they had a country like portion to their bar, so that it makes it all the more appealing. So we will 100% be checking that out.
Right, right. Yeah, quite unique and right much space as we're talking 3 floors. So
Of that.
sports, social, giant screens, tons of them. Second floor. That has a theme too, a theme name, but yeah, certainly country western. Certainly a lot of young people, a lot of young people. They've got the riding bull, the riding bull.
Oh wow, that's always exciting.
Have you done that?
I never have. That
You've
is
never done the riding
I've
bull?
never done it. I need to try it because I've always wanted to. But every place that I've ever been that has one, I've always been performing, so I've never had the chance.
All right, yeah, and then the nice rooftop, and we've done you know the name Cody Daniel, don't you? Cody
Yes, sir.
Daniels, his band CD Mix, but Cody Daniel, that's some country, I think, or he does some. He did a release party, I think, up there. Yeah, so I've had a couple of good experiences and so forth. Okay, we always mention the same people, and I always go down the lane again. You're all busy, but my friend Paige King Johnson, she's gonna think well, we're traveling in an upcoming weekend. That's our 5th wedding anniversary. We're headed to Charleston. Charleston. Have you been to Charleston?
Yes, sir. I've never performed there, but I've seen shows there
So we're
and
headed to
love.
Charleston. I think Paige, our good friend, is at Mosaic in Chatham
Oh,
Park,
wonderful.
Pittsboro, part of that QDR series.
Yeah.
Um, there's one. I know you're working that angle and so forth, but we need Julia Golden on that schedule and Paige King Johnson. And then my friend we've mentioned before, Allison Radcliffe out
Oh,
of Dunn area, Dunn, North Carolina, originals, covers. And she last night or yesterday was not only first trip, maybe to Nashville or second trip, no, first trip, I guess, because she was also saying, this is the first time I've flown on a plane. First time Allison has flown on a plane.
I love
But
that.
they come to mind always when I'm speaking with you. And then our we have talked about, I think, our Kyler Sullivan.
I
Uh,
love
you
Kyler.
know Kyler, and so just some great mutual friends and mutual interest are down your lane or somewhat similar. And then, gosh, no, I can't go there. Beard, I think. God, we did an interview with him, like Nicholas Vernon.
Nicholas Vernon, I was about to say,
All
he's
right,
just wonderful.
and yes, yes. And he's in the where does he? He's in North Carolina, but where is he out of? Or I can't. Is
I'm
it Clay?
actually not entirely sure. I think he might be
Will
near the Raleigh area.
Yeah, I
Um,
was going to grab Rocky Mount or Wilson or something,
Potentially.
but I would get it wrong. So why did I bring it up? Why did I bring it up? All right, hey, good review, big hello. Is there anything else you'd like to mention or add? Again, one that I did not have to do a lot of preparation for because I just a wealth of information and a wealth of your skill set and all that you enjoy. Hey, tell me again, Julia, what instruments do you play? Is it we've talked about that or growing up and but was it the piano, guitar? Is that where we went? Or I'm sorry, I can't
Yes.
remember.
I started playing ukulele first, and then I slowly picked up guitar, which is my now primary instrument. And I play a little bit of piano if you squint, but I'm not a pianist by any means. I used to play violin. I'm trying to get back into that. I love a fiddle on any country song, and I want to be able to play my own. So that's a New Year bucket list item for me in 2026.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. I knew you weren't a single instrument girl. You have a couple multiple instruments. Well, how about this on the oh, I think it was the Rolling Stones tribute band. Alexa, turn off. Um the Rolling Stones tribute band, look them up, Beggar's Banquet.
Yes, sir.
The 9 of them on stage, nine
Wow.
of them on stage, saxophone, everything, everything. But the guy pulled out, is this elementary school? It was for me. He pulled out a reader. The help me
A
out.
recorder?
Yeah, reader recorder the flute's this way, but the reader, of the tiniest clarinet or whatever I'm trying to say. I said, and he made it just like that into a joke. He said, "Do you remember playing a reader in elementary school or middle school?" He said, "I have one," and he played it as
That is
back
so cool.
part of a backup on the song. All right. But here we are. Thank you so much, Julia. Appreciate this. And again, I think yeah, we can use this. We can drop it to the website that I know you have made a bookmark. You made it a favorite, ncbandsandclubs.com. And so we'll get this loaded pretty quickly and get it dropped there. And we'll do some snippets on the social media and have some fun with it. Julia, let us know. Followers, gosh, 22,000 of them on a couple of social media outlets for bands and clubs. But where do we find you? Where do we learn more? And what a pleasure it is to follow you and your great energy and smile and your passion. And it's just so genuine. Remind us, where do we find you?
I am very easy to track down. You can find me at Julia Golden Music on all social medias, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or on juliagoldenmusic.com. That's kind of a one-stop shop for everything. Thank you so much for having me, for chatting today, and for everything that you guys do for independent musicians in the Carolinas.
Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate it. And again, we're doing this and so forth, but I hope we do see each other soon and get to
Yes,
enjoy some
sir.
great music. And not only the music, but I hope we get to say hi and chat for a few minutes.
Absolutely. Same here.
All
Thank you
right.
guys so much.
Thanks. Let's get